Okay.
All right, welcome back to the podcast on the Bluff. This is episode 7. I have two of my friends here with me. I have Nia and Lauren. Guys,
Hey.
thank you guys for coming. Um, Before we begin, I just want to get a quick little mental check-in. How's you guys' this week been going? What's been going on this week? Did you have a good week?
I had a great week. I'm so happy to be done with like most of my classes. So
Mm,
my capstone's done, and then I just have one final. So yeah,
That's great.
thank you.
My week was okay. I had a migraine like the whole week, but I'm better now. And I saw Sinners, so that made my week.
Yes, that
Yeah.
too.
If you had to rate the movie 1 through
10
10,
out of
10, easy.
wow,
10 out of
really?
10.
Yeah,
Everybody's been saying that.
you need to watch it.
And they're not lying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to watch it, But I'm trying to watch it, but I think I'm gonna see it tomorrow. So,
Are you going to see it at City Walk?
Universal.
They got the
Oh, they have the
70
big-
millimeter.
Oh,
Dang.
that would be
Yeah.
fire.
And like, what's his name? Ryan Coogler. He's been like popping up at
Yeah.
different movie theaters.
Oh,
So,
to see the movie. Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
like
okay.
say hi to the fans and stuff after.
You went to Universal.
No, it was sold out. We saw it at we went to the South Bay to see it.
Oh, South Bay Galleria.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good. So you guys are seniors. Hey,
Yes.
it's over, right?
Woo!
It's over. Can you just tell the people like how it's been like just from freshman to senior year? You guys both, came in as freshmen, and can you just tell the people like how's your sort of perspective changed throughout from your first to your fourth year?
Yeah. Well, we both came in doing TLC together, and it was like right after COVID, so we did TLC online, and then like we all met in person, and like I think we had a really good freshman year, and like from there it was really good, and like I got really focused on my major like my junior and senior year, and kind of just found what I love to do, and I guess like my perspective on LMU changed. Like I was a lot more like community based like in the beginning, and like I still am, but like now like I see the importance of all my classes, and like not just doing prereqs but like applying it outside of class too for like interviews and jobs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I kind of say the same. I honestly feel like we had the best freshman year because we were like fresh out of COVID. So I would say for me, I didn't really take it as seriously as I should have. I was just kind of having fun. But sophomore year, I was starting to get a little more serious. I didn't like lock in all the way like I should have. But yeah, and then sophomore, junior year, I got like more serious. I think it was also because, like you said, like we weren't taking like the core classes anymore. And so once I really started taking my major and minor classes, like I got more serious because like I was more interested in what I was learning. So, but yeah, now I'm a senior.
For me, it's almost over. How many? Is it like what? 5 classes left? 4?
I don't even know.
Well, it's almost
no
over.
idea.
It's almost over. But yeah, can you like just expand a little bit on like COVID, because I feel like I don't know, like how was it? Like was it weird? Was it just different? Like what did they have you guys doing like online? Because I couldn't imagine online LMU.
It was bad. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Really?
because for like
Yeah.
TLC, it's supposed to be like you live on campus, you have an RA, like you guys all get to know each other in person. But they literally had us 6 hours, 8 hours.
I think it was like 8 hours.
It was 8 hours online each day of TLC, and like
I don't think we had a break either.
yeah,
No
no
break?
no
They
breaks.
had
We had
no
to like
break.
eat
Oh,
on
nah.
camera. Like it was a lot. And then like I think the freedom of like getting on campus and like knowing 40 people from Zoom was like maybe too much freedom for like people who were
Yeah.
just out of high school, and
Yeah.
like it was a lot of fun, but like yeah, we were not locked in for the first couple months of the
I mean,
semester
yeah.
at all. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say the same. I actually did get to go on campus like a week before school started because I was in the First to Go program. And so I kind of got familiar with the campus, but I was kind of bored because, like, and I still had to be on Zoom for 8 hours a day.
That
So
is
I was
crazy.
just on an empty campus in my dorm, just on Zoom.
Hmm.
But yeah, I wasn't as close to the First to Go kids, so it wasn't like, oh, like, this is it, like, this is college, like, so once the TLC kids came, like, I was like, oh my gosh, like, they're really here, like, this is fun, like, we about to be outside. But yeah, I also had a class, it was an asynchronous class freshman year, and we met on Zoom, like, I think every other week, and I think that was the worst class I had, like, I think I had the worst grade. It was just really rough. Like, the professor wasn't...
It wasn't
Like,
giving.
you could tell she wasn't, like, mentally with us, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
she was probably dealing with her own stuff during COVID. But, yeah, so LMU on Zoom was not...
Yeah.
How did y'all? That's where y'all met. Like I don't even know this. Like how'd y'all meet, bro?
Yeah, we met through TLC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, then we
Yeah.
just been hanging out ever since.
Just ever
yeah.
since you was locked in.
Yes.
Oh, for sure. So first, Nia, I guess like for you, like, what do you think makes like a good, like, I guess marketer, or like what are some traits? Because like I feel like the more that I'm learning about just everything, I feel like marketing is like such a like it's important, like, and people don't really like highlight it enough or like mention it. But like, what do you think makes a good marketer or like a marketing scheme? Like, what are some
Yeah.
traits?
I think it depends on like what part of marketing you're talking about, because like something I've been learning so much is like it's so huge. Like it goes between like analytics, creative, research, like all of that goes into marketing, and like marketing is ingrained into everything we do, like from the logos we wear to like the billboards we see. And like I think marketing sometimes gets overlooked because it's made to look effortless, and so people feel like because it looks so easy or looks so simple, like it's not actually like there's probably like a year of planning that went into this 30-second commercial that you saw. And so like I'd say good traits is like good research that like backs up your insight. And so like your insight is like it's called like a hidden truth, so it's like something that like you already know but like nobody said it yet, and so that would like drive your campaign. And so like your insight would be like I just did a campaign where Gen Z like is only 5% of like this giant brand customers, but like 82% of them also like have an account, so like they're on their parents' accounts for this brand. And so like the insight in that was that like Gen Z like owns the brand but they're not paying for the subscription. So like a good campaign is like driven by a good insight.
I think I actually remember you trying to lock me into that.
If that made sense, I don't know.
Yeah, no. It makes sense. But yeah, that's just like, I guess that was my just main question, because like I feel like you mentioned, like everything has a process, but because like people are so focused on like what things look like the final product, like they don't get to see the process. But like, so take me through, like you mentioned you do a couple campaigns, so like what is like I don't want to say a normal campaign because everything differs, right? But like what's like a normal like process, like time length, like what do you think, or it just depends?
Yeah, it like totally depends, but like I can talk about like the stuff that I do at LMU.
Right.
So I'm in the M School, which is like a creative marketing program, and so like our campaigns will like be like a semester long or a few weeks, but we'll start with research and like finding like analytics and numbers that are like important to people and like that can like make our campaign like make sense, and then we'll come up with like a platform line, which is like the line that like drives our campaign, like a one sentence that's like about like the company or something like that.
Yeah.
And then we'll do creatives, and so like that'll be billboards, commercial ideas, like bus ads, like that type of stuff, and that'll be like our creative part of it. But it can take like for like an agency, like in real life, it could take a year, it could take 6 months, like it could take even longer than that. And you would probably never know because
Never.
yeah, most of the commercials that we see actually are like 10 minutes long. Like The
Dang.
original cut is probably like 10, 15 minutes long. And then like you might see like a 15-second one like on TikTok, but like they spent millions of dollars making this like 10-minute version that they had to condense into a 5-minute version and then a 2-minute version and then 30 seconds. Yeah.
Crazy.
I never knew that.
That's
Oh
so
yeah,
crazy.
it's
10 minutes?
insane. Yeah. Like
Wow.
And then
yeah.
like think about like the Super Bowl, like
Oh my
how
gosh.
many commercials and ads? That's crazy.
Yeah, like they will be like so long and they'll film so many takes and then they'll have to like size it all down because they can only you're paying millions of dollars for a Super Bowl spot that's like 15 seconds long.
That's crazy.
Dang.
Yeah.
That is nuts.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy. Dang, I'm thinking like all them commercials, like, cause what was it, like 13 minutes or like? Well, that was halftime. Halftime's 13 minutes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
then
and then
the
there's all the
ads-
other ads.
Yeah, nah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Insane. Yeah.
That's a lot of work. Tell them you be working.
Yes.
Like about what I've been doing or
Yeah,
like
I was just saying like,
Oh.
like let them know you be working.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard work.
I'd be working.
Hard work and stuff like that. But yeah, so Lauren, you know your major. Can you tell them what your major is first, so I don't gotta.
I'm a sociology major.
Yeah, so like with sociology, like is there any kind of like social, like maybe not injustices, but just like issues that you've seen from your first to fourth year that like maybe you didn't think about like coming up, but like now that you're like learning and like in class and stuff, is there anything that like really like you've been studying that like has really gotten your attention?
I would say like freshman year, I was kind of just learning like the basics of sociology.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really know like the specifics of it, like in terms of different areas.
Right.
And then I think sophomore year we got into like sociological theory. So we learned about like social constructs, like basically like how race and gender is a social construct, like time is a social construct. And I thought that was pretty interesting. But we had to write this paper on like a social issue we cared about. And I was always kind of passionate about education. So I kind of just focused on that like throughout my projects throughout the years. But I would say like learning sociology has opened me up to like many other issues. Like I took a sociology of health and illness, and that was pretty interesting to see how like systemic racism has like such a huge impact on healthcare. And it's also like it doesn't even have to be deep really, because there's like sociology of pop culture, like how it just plays into that. And I also just see it like in my other classes because I'm a business minor. And so like I kind of just see how sociology just kind of fits into everything. But yeah, I'd mainly say like education is what I've been kind of focusing on, and like the injustices in the education system.
So like if you were to like if they gave you like a platform where you can like make a major change to something, like what are some changes that you would see and that you can make, like if you could, like if you had the power in education, or like you mentioned business minor, like in the business world, the health world, is there anything in particular?
I wish I could make a whole lot of changes.
Oh, well,
like,
name them.
In all, in most of my classes, I'm like, something needs to be done about this. Like, what are we doing? But I guess I'll start with education. Like, I'd say, firstly, like, the school district zoning, like how that works. I'd probably maybe start there, because pretty much like starting at like preschool, maybe kindergarten, you're basically just kind of selected into where you're going to go to school. And so obviously like lower funded areas, those kids are going to get into lower funded schools. They won't have like the same level of education. They won't have the same quality of education. They probably won't receive like a lot of attention from their teachers or like counselors or anything. And so they might not even realize like they can go to college. Like they might not even realize like the potential that they have, like all the different career opportunities that are in the world. So I'd probably start maybe like with the zoning. obviously, like, funding, like, there's got to be a way, like, that all schools can be, like, equally funded. And obviously not just, like, the bare minimum of funding, like, as much funding as possible, um, making sure they have free lunch, free breakfast, so that they got the right mindset to learn. Um, I'd also say, like, how do I explain this? I'd say, like, I guess it's the same, like, with the districts, like, school racial composition. I know, like, that has a big factor on student outcomes as well. So I'd say that for education, but I don't want to keep talking.
Nah, I get you. Nah, it makes a lot of sense what you're saying though, and I think like another thing is like just representation, like kids like being able to see other kids that like they could look up to as well. Like I feel like that's why like low key I made this like just so people can see
Yeah.
people doing things, you know, because like you mentioned in the lower fund areas, like I feel like there's not enough representation of us, and so just like giving kids like positive, you know, like people to look at and like not just highlighting, you know, like the rappers, the streamers, the which are all good, but like
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like it's cool
There's
to
other
it's cool to
things
do
out
other
there.
things, like right. So yeah, that's you did good, Lauren. You did very good.
Thank
You know what I'm
you.
saying? I like that. I like that. Let's get into post grad, right? You guys are both, you know, graduating soon. So, what do you guys think post grad will look like? Is it straight into work? Is it, you know, masters? Like what it's looking like?
I'm going straight to work.
Straight to work.
Um, yeah, so I have a spring internship right now, and so I'm extending that until like June when I start my next internship. And then, yeah, I'll just be applying to agencies while I'm at my next internship to do creative work at an agency, probably around here in LA. Yeah.
In LA?
In LA, yeah.
That made my day. That made my day.
So I'm gonna go to grad school in the fall, either for public policy or public administration. And like I've been saying, I want to focus on education, but I'd like to get a job like for the summer because that's a big gap from now till the fall.
Yeah.
So I need to do something. But yeah, I'd like to work and maybe work part-time while I'm in grad school. I kind of want to just figure it out first, like the first semester maybe, like see if it's not too much, like see if I can handle doing both. So
Any trips? Any special vacays going on?
Yeah.
yeah.
Where are you going?
First, I'm going to Mexico,
Ooh.
going to Cabo,
Mm.
and then a few weeks after, I'm going to Tahiti.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like my dream trip, so it'll be for my graduation.
That's fire.
Fun.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Thank you.
I'm going to Atlanta for my cousin's wedding, and then Jamaica.
Jamaica. Y'all finna be around the world?
Are you going on any trips?
Yeah.
Nah. I don't know. I haven't even decided what I'm gonna do, honestly. I don't know. I feel like it's so I don't know. It's kinda like I'm not gonna say I'm scared, but it's kinda like I don't know what's gonna happen. I guess that's like what I was getting
That's
at
real.
talking about post grad, like how do y'all see the world, you know?
Because can we talk about that, though?
Yeah.
Like,
It's
because
crazy.
post-grad is, like, it's really hard. Like, I
Yeah.
had been...
Weird. Like,
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
is
like,
though.
I had been applying to stuff since November, and something, like, something just hit, like, recently, and I'm, like, really grateful because it's, like, a really good internship. Like, but I've applied to, like, maybe, like, 100 jobs.
No, it's
And-
a lot.
It's
Yeah.
crazy out
It'd
here.
be taking
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah,
to
and,
apply
like,
for jobs.
I've had, like, interviews and gotten ghosted after interviews, and, like, I've had people tell me I'm a great candidate and then just be like, oh, you didn't get it, and, like,
Yes.
I'll ask for
Yeah.
feedback, and, like, they won't give me feedback. Like,
It's
I don't know, like,
crazy.
I just want to say that that's normal, like, and it's
Yeah.
happening to everyone, because I know a lot of
Yeah.
people, like, feel discouraged or, like, stop applying or, like, I'm just, like, going to take a break, but, like, I don't know, like, I'm glad that I kept, like, pushing for
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah.
It's very scary.
It is, man. Like, I feel like I've been applying for over a year now.
No, for
And
real.
it's like, I'm not receiving nothing good. So it's like, I don't know. But,
The right one will come to you, though.
Yeah.
you know what? I hope so.
The one that's meant for you,
Yep.
you gonna get it.
I
hope
feel like
so.
it'll come when you least expect it to.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's normally how it go. But, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like, what are we going to do? Like, we've been in school. Like, think about it. We've been in school since, like,
Forever.
since, like,
Our
4 years
whole
old.
lives.
Yeah.
Bro, like, I don't even know, like, it's just like, it's crazy, like, how life works. Like, you do all this schooling and then, like, you just job. And then, you know, some people are having families, some people got other things going on. So it's just like, it's crazy how fast it's moving. But
Mm-hmm.
how y'all feel about college friends after? Like, do y'all think y'all are gonna be the type to, like, keep in touch with everybody, or just like? Well, I guess it depends, but, like,
Yeah.
Yeah. We locked in.
Yes.
So
y'all locked in.
Yes.
we
Oh,
locked
we-
in.
Yeah.
Come on.
I was just making sure. You know, sometimes life do be happening though. But,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I think I like struggle with reaching out. So like I'm gonna try to do better with like I struggle with reaching out to like my friends from home.
Oh,
Because like my
Same.
friends from home are kind of like scattered like
Yeah.
everywhere because most of my friends went like out of state for
yeah.
college. But like I'm gonna do better after graduating. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. I think it's so interesting because like you said, like some of my friends from home too are like they're all different colleges, and it's like now that we're coming back, it's like I done made so many other friends. So it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
What would y'all do if y'all was me, bro? Cause like I don't know. It's like you, and I don't want to be like one of them people that's just jumping from hanging out with this person to that person to that person.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong, but it's just like I don't know. It makes me feel like I don't know. Like I don't got no,
Social.
I don't got no real friends.
I just
You
saw
get
a
what I'm saying?
TikTok about that yesterday,
For real?
actually. And it was saying, like, does anybody feel like they're a floater friend?
Bro, yes.
And, like, you don't
Yes.
have, like, a person who you call on every single day because, like, you're floating between, like, different
Yeah.
friend groups. I don't think there's anything wrong with that unless you, like, want a friend who's, like, there all the time. But I feel like you could have a friend who's there all the time and, like,
Yeah.
float through friend groups. Like,
Nah,
Do it
I
all.
it just make me feel a certain way. I don't know how to explain
what, you
it.
feel like you're fake or something?
Not like fake, but like I don't know, cause like I've known my friends from home for like so long,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just they went away for 4 years,
Yeah.
and I barely seen them for only 4 years. But then in that 4 years, I met people that I feel like are my friends too now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I'm not really. I don't like mixing friends. Like I don't. You get what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah.
I do understand.
Because people they don't be matching, the energy don't be matching, and
Yeah.
then
That's true.
you got somebody side eyeing your friend.
Yeah.
It's
No,
like,
that's so true.
it's like, so I don't know
Yeah.
how to do
Yeah.
this, bro. I don't know
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do, but I
Yeah.
don't know.
I mean, for me, it's kind of similar because I have friends back home, like 30 minutes away, but
Yeah.
but I've been like here for the past 4 years, and a lot of my friends back at home, like they've kind of like stayed in that area, like they've gone to school in that area, and so like I feel like they've obviously gotten closer, and so like I'll see them and I'll be like being over dramatic, like in my head I'll be like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna be so left out, like I miss so much, like what if they think I'm trying to like jump back in the group? But whenever I do see them, like they're very welcoming, obviously, so it's like, like we all know like time has passed, but like we're all still friends, obviously, we all love each other, so I think you'll be okay.
I think I'll be all right too.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
And you don't have to mix friends.
Yeah,
Bro, I be trying to explain that to people, but like I have some friends that's like, well, why don't you want me to meet your other friends? And it's like, bro, you don't get it. Like,
Well, then
You
that
just
sounds a little cryptic.
I
Like,
mean,
that
Yeah.
sounds like
That's
you don't
what
want
So
them
you're
to meet.
you're actively telling
Yeah.
them, I don't want
No.
them.
That's what
Well,
I'm
that's
saying.
different.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
That's different.
It's not. No, I'm not gonna put that on my friend. But it's like.
No, that don't sound right though.
I
You
mean,
could
it-
just
that's-
make plans with this group,
Mhm.
make separate plans with this group.
But y'all don't think that's like draining though? Like.
I mean, it don't have to be back to back.
Yeah.
No, it don't. It don't.
The
No.
same day.
But I'm saying like it's just like I don't know. It just makes me feel like I'm just like not 100% committed or something. I don't know. I don't know
Well,
how to.
are you?
I don't know how to explain it. No, I am. But it's like if you're making plans with this group and this group this day and this group on the weekend, then it's like, and then like if I try to skip out on one group,
You feel bad.
then I'm gonna feel like.
Well, why are you skipping out?
Well, maybe maybe I'm just tired, bro. I don't
And
know.
that's okay.
Yeah.
You just make it up to be like we could.
But
do
you know how
something this week.
some people are though, like, and I know this don't got nothing to do with me, but some people be like, oh well, and everything's on social media, so
Only what
Oh.
you post.
only what you
Well,
post.
I think
fair.
it's different. Like if you're like skipping and hanging out with one group to hang out with the other group, and then you
Yeah.
post that other group
Yeah,
that you're
that's
hanging
a
out
little
with.
crazy.
That
if
is
it's
crazy.
if it's in like the same week,
Mm,
I feel like it's not that deep. And if they're
Right.
mad,
that's
that's
true.
kind of crazy.
I mean, y'all know what I'm saying, bro. It's
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
I just had a thought, but yeah. So we locked in.
Yes.
Let's go, man.
Post grad.
Post grad.
Post-grad.
I guess we could talk about forgiveness. I remember
Why you say it like that?
Forgiveness.
because I mean, Nia already know how I feel about forgiveness, but no, because I really wanted to talk about this with y'all because me and Nia really had like an interesting talk about forgiveness, bro. And like, I feel like this is my stance, and I'm gonna just let y'all take it away. I feel like forgiveness, everybody should forgive people, but what do you do when somebody knows that you're like you have a good heart and they keep repeating the same behavior? Do you keep forgiving them? Like things like that. And then that's kind of like what we were talking about. And then I feel like what y'all think?
I mean, I personally feel like forgiving somebody helps like you more than it helps the other person.
Mm.
Like I feel like it could be very, what's the word? Like
Fulfilling?
Yes.
Self-fulfilling.
yes, self-fulfilling. But I will say, like, if that person keeps doing you wrong, like, you can forgive, but that doesn't mean you have to keep being on the same level with them. Like, you could forgive from a distance. You could be like, I forgive you, but I'm going to be over here. I'm going to keep you over there.
Right.
Because clearly you don't see where you're wrong. So.
I couldn't have said it any better.
For real. Man, y'all know how I feel, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it's not easy to forgive.
Yeah, it's definitely
at all.
No, it
a
ain't.
process.
Yeah.
It definitely ain't.
But like, I don't know, and like I feel like you don't have to tell the person like, "Oh, I forgave you,"
That's also
but yeah,
Yeah.
because I feel like you'd be saying that to make them feel better.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, nah, and it ain't about them.
it's not about that.
It-
It sounds like we're talking about something.
No, we're not talking about nobody, I promise. I just thought it was interesting, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, but for me, it's like, I don't know. Some people are just repeat offenders, bro. Like, I told Nia this one time, like, some people just gonna keep going until you just give up. You know, like, they just gonna keep going.
Yeah.
So then it's like, you playing with me now. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, I done gave you 3 chances. Really, 1.
Wait.
It's really 1, but, like, I gave you 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then you mess it up again, so it's like,
That's why you gotta set those boundaries.
I know,
Mhm.
I know.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we gonna wrap it on up, you know. But this is y'all sort of like, senior send off. So like, what's one thing that you learned at LMU? Like, what's a takeaway from, or just college in general? Like, what's something that you've taken and you're going to carry it on with you into the real world, as the adults say.
I think that it's really special and unique to be around like-minded people in college, and like you guys, like I feel like I have a lot in common with you guys, like just being in college together, and like we all like have the goal to graduate and stuff, and so like we're all like at LMU together, and like that's something that we have in common. And then like the people in like my marketing program, like it's really great to like be able to talk to them about what they're doing after graduation, and like but also like making friendships with people who like have stuff in common with, and like similar goals. So I think that's something special about college and like LMU that I couldn't get somewhere else.
I agree. I feel like I'm really blessed that I was able to go to LMU and meet the people that I did, like you too.
Oh.
I think like I formed a lot of really good relationships here at LMU that I think would have been harder like at another school. I'm really glad, like even like my major, like I feel like being a sociology major at LMU, like having my specific professors, like that really helped me. Like that really got me like more passionate about what I want to do. And I feel like you just can't get that like just at any school, like with any major. Like you have to have the right professors, like you have to have the right circles around you, like to keep you going. So
Yeah, I think also our school is just so small that like it's like either kind of like you have to just kind of find certain people, or you could just stay to yourself, because it's not like a big school. Like I be seeing the same people every day, every single day.
Yeah.
So I think that's nice. That made me feel good. So thank you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Can I also add?
Yeah.
I think LMU is 10% black now, and I think, yeah, it was like 7% when we came in,
That
and I
needs
think
some
it's
applause.
10% now. Yeah, I agree.
On me.
And-
Cause what?
Yeah,
That is crazy.
fact check me though, please. But
we don't go with
but
it.
but I
We
think
gonna go
it's
with
10% black now, but that's higher than the national average, and like I feel like that was so important. Like to be able to see black people every day when I'm walking on campus is like that's something that like I wouldn't have had at other universities.
Yeah.
Yeah, or other PWIs.
That's
Yeah.
true. And then, the last one before we get out of here, if you could give advice to an incoming, TLC student, freshman, what would it be, and what would you stress on them? Not stress on them, but like what would you just tell them as like a piece of advice as they're going through their 4-year journey?
I would definitely say to use all the resources you can at LMU. Like, start early looking for those resources and using them. And I would also say, like, on a personal level, just, like, make sure you always just think for yourself. 'Cause my dad taught me that, and I was like, what does that even mean? But I really didn't realize what it meant till I got to college, because people could just go with anything.
They be doing anything,
Going with anybody, like, not thinking straight, but think for yourself, like, follow your intuition. Yeah.
Yeah, Lauren does an amazing job of thinking for herself. So yeah, and that's something that she taught me as well. But I'd say like, yeah, on a personal level, like always be yourself and be patient with yourself too. Like that you're gonna grow as a person throughout your 4 years, and like you're gonna change so much, and just to be patient with yourself, and like there's so much to learn from like other people and obviously your classes, and yeah, just like embracing the college journey. And then I completely agree about like the resources and taking advantage of like all the programs and everything that LMU has to offer.
I always say, I'm so glad Lauren just said that, because I promise you, bro, the amount of people that can't think for themselves in the world, no, I'm serious, bro. It's a real problem,
Yeah.
for real. And I
problem.
didn't even know like about it until I really like got to LMU and saw like
A lot of people not thinking for themselves.
it's crazy.
Ow.
It is crazy. But yeah, that too, definitely the resources too, like And I would say like also like don't be afraid to like talk to the teachers. Like I feel like that's a big thing with freshmen coming in. They might be like, you know, nervous or like they're just like, oh, I don't know if I should speak in class. Because it even took me a while. Like when I transferred in, like I don't think I talked in a class for months. But then, you know, one day, you know, I just got acclimated and just learned that like, you know, you could just be yourself. Like I feel like in college, it's okay to just be yourself. Sometimes if you're sitting by yourself, it's not always negative. You know, it's just, you know, you get some time to yourself to think for yourself. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying?
Yes.
Nah, it is a problem though, for real. But like, yeah, before we get out here, thank you guys both, you know, for pulling up. You know,
Thank
Can I
you.
say one
Appreciate
more
you.
thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
You should make sure that try to take summer classes at a
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
community college.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause
Say
it's
that
gonna
money.
be much cheaper.
Save
Yes.
that money.
And yeah.
Yeah, because like I know people who didn't do summer classes who thought they were on track and they weren't.
Because you never know what could happen.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
Yep.
most definitely.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, thank you guys for coming. Thank you, Maya, behind the computer.
Thank you,
Maya.
Maya.
Well, all right, y'all. This is the podcast on the bluff, and we're signing off.